Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, boy, no. There is absolutely no way on earth I'm actually going to start this video literally by trying to quote Christian Weston Chandler's 25th birthday message. There is absolutely no way in hell I could possibly see him doing that. But to be honest, again, some of the parallels that he did with his and I'm doing with mine are kind of one and the same in many ways, except for the fact that this is like, I think this is actually like the first time my family I've actually used the bench out here in the front yard. It was a stupid idea to have this bench in where it is and that, because it's just kind of like it just looks a bit like nobody's actually really sat on here yet, and you just get the plants over there, and it's just like a very long walk to the front door over there. So hello. So yes, that again. I welcome all of you back, ladies and gentlemen. And just like Chris Chan's message, this is very similar. This is celebrating my 25th birthday here on this earth. A quarter of a century, ladies and gentlemen. And I am going to tell you exactly what I've learned. Right, that's enough of that. So, it's time for me to at least tell you exactly what's going to be coming about, because in a year's time, ladies and gentlemen, I will be celebrating 26 years on this earth. But more importantly, I've mentioned this like a couple of months ago. This is realistically what I like to call the second part of my life. This is like a lot of being a child and a teenager and a young adult. Now I am what many might consider a proper adult now. At least that's what the pros is anyway. I don't necessarily know exactly what it really takes to be considered a man. It's just sort of like one of those processes where you just sort of like you fake it till you make it, and then you get to a point where you realize maybe I shouldn't have listened to all the things that I was on about, and maybe I should have just done what everybody else was saying. Well, it's just sort of like one of those occasions, really. But seeing how this is a special occasion, ladies and gentlemen, I hope all of you who've, at least if you've caught on to the sort of videos I've been releasing all throughout today, then you probably wanted to know that, because even though, again, this is my birthday technically, I kind of wanted to do the thing now where it's my gift to you. It is me giving gifts to the world, and to be honest, there's quite a lot to be said about doing something like that, because I enjoy doing it. It was a lot of fun doing what I had to do, and this sets a precedent for what the rest of the year is going to be like, because all throughout this month of January, I have been putting out at the very least 5 videos a day, if all the calculations are correct, and I've double-checked everything. But good, ladies and gentlemen, this may be, it's not quite enough because of certain real-life factors that I'm going to touch upon. Now, for those maybe not in the know, my job officially comes to an end where I work at currently by the beginning of July. Now, by then, ladies and gentlemen, several things have got to change. I've either got to, A, get a new job, B, get onto an apprenticeship for a lot of the stuff that the BBC is offering. I mean, call it what you will, it might not be like a 100% thing, but you know what? Getting a job for the BBC, ladies and gentlemen, that's no mean feat, so let me tell you right now. Or there's the third option, and that my stuff on YouTube, all the scripts I write, all of that good stuff, all of that comes to a head, and I can actually start, drawing what might be considered a living wage from it. I mean, currently, I've been making YouTube videos for nearly 5 years now, and I've yet to get one check from Google or from YouTube. Now, people make their livings from this all the time. This is nothing new, but what I'm concerned about is that I've got to be doing something wrong, or maybe I just have maybe I've screwed up, or maybe maybe my name has sort of become notorious enough that people will know to stay away from my material immediately. Is it because of the fact that my forehead looks even bigger now, or the fact that I've just tilted my head to the side just a little bit, and I've never realized as well, wow, I really am losing my hair. Moving on. Yeah, okay, so the fear of early male pattern baldness aside, I think I actually can, in many ways, draw some money from the stuff I do. I mean, for all the scripts I've sold and all the things that have been bought, I've actually managed to make. I think it's something about like. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll find out now. I think it's something about like 68 quid from Gumroad. I've actually managed to make. I will. I'm just going to check very, very quickly because they show you all the analytics all time. Let's see. 1 year, no sales revenue. That's clearly not true. I'm just going to have to reset this one. Sorry about this, guys. Welcome to my little episode, really. Visits, no. No, nothing. I do think it is 68 quid because maybe it's just a different account I use on that as opposed to the one I use upstairs and stuff like that. But yeah, it's something roughly about 68 quid, and even though this means I'm still losing about nearly 5 to 6 times this amount on the stuff I actually pay for these, the stuff I pay on commissions to make all of these works possible, I know immediately I could do better. If I put my energy and resources and time into the right places, I absolutely can turn this all around. And one of the other ways in which to do that is that I have a Patreon that I don't even think has been visited, let alone had anybody consider. But I know, deep down, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you this right now, because this is sort of like going to be my quest, my odyssey from the end of January to the end of June. So 5 months to do this. There is absolutely, I've got all the chances in the world to make this work. I can probably treble the stuff I make on Gumroad by then. I could probably treble the draw I could make from YouTube and Google from that time. Because one thing you might not notice, ladies and gentlemen, is that I am actually going to restart doing my videos on Peace of Mind, uploading some new videos onto my artificial intelligence page, continue to upload 3 videos a day for the stuff I do on YouTube, release about like 9 shorts a day on my main channel as well, and to be honest, that's it. It's basically my strategy is more means more. Now I know a lot of people again will sort of like look at this as saying, well, to be honest, if you're still working, why do you just put the resources you make from work into this? Well, yes, aside from the fact that, bills, mortgage, rent, stuff like that, feeding and clothing myself and stuff like that, showering myself with water, hot water. And again, I'm not gonna make any more excuses, ladies and gentlemen. I know, to be honest, that I can do this, and that's it. There's no other excuses. You know what? People might again argue that when you work 58 hours a week, then that gives you a very limited window to do anything else. Well, no, it gives you plenty of opportunities to, do more here and there. It's a bit tougher than it is at first sight, ladies and gentlemen. Then again, there's all the other options that are still open to me. I open up, I actually get my fairy tale anthology book published. I actually managed to, I don't know, get onto Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I could win the lottery. I could pass my driver's test tomorrow, and that opens up a whole new revenue, opens up for possibilities for jobs, like, where driving is concerned. You never know, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, like I mentioned, I feel this is going to be like what I am dubbing the second part of my life. I'm not going to say things are going to get easier. In fact, if anything, things are going to get so much more harder than now. Not because I want them to get harder, but I know that things are hard already, and I've got to be tougher than that. You know what I mean? So Monday, I think we could just set aside for we can set this month aside for we've tried things out. We've tried to make things work. We're testing the waters, but now I've got to basically throw myself into the deep end. Not just now, but for the rest of my life. I want to make this work. I want to make things right. Not just for myself, but also for my family, because I want my family to know that when I get myself out there into the big world and when I move out for good, then I've got to be able to look after myself. It's an important part, ladies and gentlemen, and one second. Hello? Hello, brother. How are you doing? I was just talking about you, actually. Yeah. How can I help you, bruv? Well, there's got to be a reason you called us. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes, absolutely. You can talk to your own brother, Patrick. I'm not going to sit here and start telling you what you can and cannot do. Well, okay, so are you gonna wish us a happy birthday? When did I say you could ring me? What logic are you pulling out of your ass, Patrick? Come on. I've been doing the driving lesson this morning, and I've got to ring Blythe at about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning to see whether or not the test is going ahead or not, because the instructor says that it makes her life easier by not having to go from Stockton all the way to Ponteland, than me having to go from Ponteland all the way to Blythe. I think she probably already. Well, to be honest, yeah, that's a great point. There's no denying that, is there? Well, that's a very, very strong response, Patrick. Yeah, I'll make sure to remember that, Patrick. That's. Oh boy. Well, more time for thinking. I really don't know, Patrick. I've explained this before now. I just kind of, I've got to that sort of like stage in my life where do I really need anything else? I mean, or at least anything that is just like an accessible treat more than anything. Now, Patrick, we've already discussed this. Why I do not need a girlfriend. I don't even need a boyfriend-free one either. You know what I mean? No, Patrick, the girl does not need me. Well, I must admit, Patrick, this is quite unprecedented territory for you. I thought you were immediately going to leap to saying that, you know what, ha ha ha, you just need a boyfriend instead. That's pretty easy. But even for you, Jim, that is really, really stretching it. That's what she said. Yeah. So, no, I'm outside. I'm outside the front door. Yeah, I sort of what I wanted to do was I wanted to try and do like one of that, that 25th birthday message video that Christian Weston Chandler did. Yes, you do, Patrick. Patrick, I've showed you who this guy is. This is the guy who sat on a cake and farted on it. Well, honestly, no. I think there are better things to worry about, to be honest. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, that's fair enough. That's more trivial and probably not even true either. How are you doing anyway? Jiminy Cricket. I did ask you how you were, right? By the way, didn't I? All right. What have you been doing? Oh, really? Well, do you have like an exam coming up? Right. So do you just want to take just rest a bit and all that? Well, it's a bit of an exaggeration there, Patrick. I mean, what about all the times when we come home on the car and that, and you fell asleep on the back seat? You were 10 or 11? Which one is it, Patrick? Well, I mean, yeah, you were, okay, I can't make that joke about that. You were technically right, yes. Were you right about that time when you excommunicated Joseph when you played Potiphar when you were 10? What, are you sure? Because I thought you were very quick to judge. I think it was Egyptian, actually. Do you think in the Egyptian peninsula, Joseph would have been a particularly very common name? I doubt it. Well, yes, that, Patrick. And when was the last time you prayed to your Father in heaven? Right. Okay. Is there anything else, Patrick? Because I must admit, that you think I'm bad at conversations on the phone. Well. Anyway. Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring up the the woman in a fridge sale joke again. That one was like right crack. He didn't have any lead. He got a splinter in the balls as well. That's not bad. Yeah. Why? Why is it? Right. Okay. I'll speak to you. I'll speak to you later, bro. When yeah, we've got better things to talk about by at that time. I know, Patrick, but you know what? I'm not ready for that type of commitment. You know what I mean? Still getting teary-eyed from the last one, remember? Oh, by the way, also, you may have noticed I've uploaded like nearly 25 videos today of that, just to... Yes. Bruv, I literally explained days ago what this idea, what all this was for. I gave people fair warning, and nobody listened to me. Why do you think that, Patrick? Do you think if people listened to the things I said, they would still not be watching? Yes. Damn. Well, it was only for the one day, and that, you know, would you? What today? Well, okay, right. I'll have to work on that. Okay, fine. I'll speak to you later. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll speak to you later. Wagwan. Okay, sorry. So where was I? Oh yeah. God almighty, it's getting cold. So, it is pretty easy to do, to be honest. I don't know. But then of course there's the other factor that we take into all this. What if I somehow pop off and make the sort of things that people want to watch, which would be the sort of things I want to make, and nobody watches them anyway. You know what I mean? That's like it's a lose-lose situation. It's a bit like taking a dog for a walk in late January. It's just like you can't win. The first you think 1 minute you're like having a glorious lunch at a restaurant, and now you're wearing a giant burgundy coat and walking a very small dog. Well, I'm not warm, am I? Do you think the decisions I make benefit anyone else other than not myself? It's a joke, by the way. Don't get upset. You look like you're upset.
What are you doing?
Just for the future, really. This, isn't it? Hello.
Hello.
Right. Okay. I think that's just about everything. Is there anything else you want to say, Ma?
No.
No. Okay. No. So yeah, there we go.